welcome back to part 2 of my South Coast summer trip, where I journeyed from Newquay to the beautiful Polperro and then on to Looe. So I've come to Polperro today on my way to Looe. It's very wet. Thank you. Very wet, rainy day. This place is absolutely stunning. Look at those houses up there. Absolutely beautiful. Little harp. And my little boot in his basket. The rain cover. And the electric bike. Thank you, Lindsay and Darren. But yeah, gosh, it's gorgeous here. Imagine living somewhere like this. I suppose you'd get bored of it, wouldn't you? But it's absolutely beautiful. Right, I'm going to have a further look. This is the river mouth.
There's one that is cold, one stays out.
That beach gets crowded when it's hot. Some brave souls braving the weather. So there's been a real storm this morning. Yuck. And my windscreen wiper decided to give up the ghost. Suddenly flung itself half off, so it looked like it had got a broken arm or something, when it was absolutely chucking it down and I needed it at its most. God almighty. However, I pulled into the nearest stop and I've got some cable ties. And I used one of those. I'm going to put another one on as well. Okay, see you later. So I've called at Looe now. Spent a couple of nice hours at Polperro. Gorgeous place that one was, as you could see. These egrets, I think they are. I'm not sure. So the estuary is right out at the moment. So this is a view of the town from the car park where I am. Looks lovely. I don't think I've been here before, but this is one of Dev's favourite places. Looks like the harbour wall's giving away down there. So the guy's mending it. The tide's really far out. I'm guessing it's low tide. This town is obviously a place of many parts. Nice bit of beach here. When I was coming away from Cornwall this morning, all of the beaches had red flags on them, so waves were pounding. Yeah, this is lovely, and it's got some gorgeous little tiny streets, a bit like York. Really lovely. Dogs just love the water, don't they? Well, most of them. Mine doesn't. Does anybody know what that arch there is? Anybody who's been to Looe know what it is? A ton of dogs playing in the water, and then another view from the other side of the beach. I've actually had a change of plan for this evening. I was going to be stopping at a place that I booked on Britstops called Bridge Inn, and I did call there and I had a drink. What do you want? What do you want? You want something and I don't know what. Yeah, Bridge Inn. I called there and I had a drink, and I also had a pudding. It was called a blackjack sponge, and it was a ginger sponge. Benji, shush! It was a ginger sponge with sultanas and something else and custard, and it was gorgeous. So then I decided, do you know what? I think I'd rather be near the sea. So I looked up this car park, and this is the car park that me and Deb came to see when we watched the UK Firework Championships, which launched from that bar that you can see straight in front of me. So we're going to try and get parked here next year, and if I can get this spot, we'll be able to look out of the window watching the fireworks, because Benji will be with us, so I need somewhere that's going to be a bit a bit sheltered and quiet for him. So that's the view that's the harbour out of the front window. And then that green glass building over there is the aquarium, which me and Deb also visited. That was lovely. And then that's Plymouth. So I'm going to spend 2 days here. Have a lady that I've just met while I was having a drink at the pub, which is, oops, sorry, I don't want to make you dizzy, but that white building there, had a drink there, and I got talking to this chap who was from Wigan and a lady who was from Barnsley, and she's going to get a ferry from Plymouth over to Brittany this evening. Benji, will you shush? Stop it. Yeah, so decided to come here. And oh yeah, that lady, that's it. That lady told me about a lovely beach that she's visited today at Salcombe. So I might go out there tomorrow and then come back here tomorrow night, sorry. Out there, I don't know if you can see it very well. I can't zoom in on this, I don't think. I can. There's a big, behind that, I don't know what that is there. Is it a trawler? Is it a ferry? The one in the front. And then behind it, there's a big naval ship, which looks very interesting. Last time Deb and I were here for the fireworks, over there, where that blue boat is, there was a Portuguese billionaire's Arctic exploring ship. So that was very interesting to see. It had a submarine on it. It had a straight front. Is it the bow? And that was used for breaking through ice when he went on his Arctic explorations. I was kind of hoping it was still here when I got here today, but it's not. I think my pooch needs either water or some food, so I'm going to feed to him. Over us with somebody sticking out of it. I think they've picked somebody up and just taken them away because he had his door open. Oh, I wonder what that was all about. Very exciting, everyone. I've just had tea and toast at a cafe just over that wall down there, and then this is the vista for today. I'm going to either stay here until the time for my car park runs out, or I'm going to go to Salcombe, so I don't know whether to go there, have a look round. I've got like a monocular thing, and I've been trying to look at that ship out there, but I can't get close in enough to it. And then a while ago, just above that crest on that dome, there was a helicopter flying with something hanging underneath it, and it seemed to drop it into the sea. So I don't know what he was doing. And then that island there, you can get ferry trips to.
Yeah.
Just stumbled on this gorgeous parade of homemade craft shops. It's like a little treasure trove.
Hello.
Unique little shops. Welcome back everybody. So yesterday I spent the day, I called in at Paynton, which was very wet and wild, and I'm now in Sholden at my auntie and uncle's. So I'm just showing you around their lovely garden. It's built on a slope, as you can see, but they've packed all sorts in. Some passion fruit there ready to eat, and then they've got 4 apple trees here that are absolutely laden with apples. Look at the size of this one. It's my hand. Tons on that one, huge ones on there, and then they've all of those in there, they've fallen. So that river over there is the River Tean, which is across the river, across the bridge from Sholden and Teignmouth. So we had a lovely reminisce yesterday about Dad, and a walk around Sholden because my grandma, Ruby, who was Dad's, Judy's dad's sister, youngest sister, and she's now unfortunately the only remaining sister or sibling. My grandma Ruby came down to Sholden with her husband Terry, and they had bridge stores, and then she lost Terry unfortunately, so Judy and Richard came down and took over bridge stores for 8 years, and then they've stayed here, and they've been here 40 years now. So it's a lovely part of the country. So it's been really nice to catch up with them. And then I'm setting off towards the New Forest today. I'm going to be stopping overnight north of Poole, because I haven't been to Poole and I want to have a look at Poole. So I'll be doing that. It was raining when I left Sholden, so down here, where's my finger? Down here is Teignmouth, then there's a bridge over here somewhere, and this over here is Sholden, where I've just been at my auntie and uncle's. That area there is called the Ness, and Sholden Zoo is on there. And then just here where it goes into the estuary, there's a dreadful current. You can see the current actually whirling away. So yeah, that little village down there is Sholden. I've arrived at my overnighter for tonight. It's called the Greyhound, and it's not far, well, it's about 20 miles from Poole and Dorset on the way to Ringway. But look at this for a back garden, isn't it beautiful? Well maintained, lots of little nooks and crannies. gorgeous. So I've come through to the back because it's been chucking it down on and off and looking a bit grey as well, but that doesn't really matter, does it? And then the hub is over there. I'm going to eat here tonight because it looks lovely. And then we're sheltered, huge fuchsia there for Deb to look at. And then there's this covered area here, which is really lovely as well. My dog down there, comfy cushion, food and water, pint of cider for me because I'm in Dorset. And I'm just going to look at the menu. Flipping heck, they know how to have downpours here. It's sunny one minute and chucking it down the next. However, I'm nice and dry here. We're dry, aren't we, Benj? So I'm just out on the bike exploring this village. There's lots of thatched properties around here. Gorgeous. The one there, if you can see it. Oops. I'm doing one-handed cycling. Right, I'm going. It's a crash. Oh, there's a nice cottage. Just been for a bike ride. The sky is beautiful. Had Benji on the back with me. Well, no, you'll have seen it, won't you? I keep hearing a horse snorting behind this fence. They've got an arena, stables. It looks absolutely fabulous. All attached to this house, I think. And then now, just look at these. I'm going to be picking them for my breakfast in the morning. I have to show you this as well. So that is the back end of the pub garden space, and the pub is over there. But look at this. I've got no idea what this is. I'm assuming it's a residence, but it's huge and it looks really old as well. Gorgeous. I'd love to be able to peep over that fence, but can't be too nosy, can you? Well, I'm going to give this place a glowing review because it's absolutely fabulous. The staff are so friendly and helpful. And then I'll show you where I'm parked. So Brickstops is a bargain. I mean, I've had a couple of drinks and I've had my lunch, but I would have had to buy food for it anyway. And then I've parked for free. So down here, oops, dog's stopping. Come on, Benj. And that back garden is really lovely. Oops, sorry, I'm shaking about. So it's locked at night by these. So lone female traveller, I'm going to feel very safe. And then that's where we're parked. Oh, sorry for the jumping about, but Benji's pulling the lead. So yeah, that's where we're parked, and what a great place. Absolutely lovely. So I've just come off the main road, over a cattle grid, and this is what greets you. Linear forest. Beautiful. So I'm going to explore all of this. I'm just passing through Burley, And I've come across this group of little beauties. Oh, and cows over there as well. Gorgeous. This is my stop for the night. It's called Plough-in, and it is near Sway and Lymington, I believe. But nice area. Big car park. I'm just out on some hard standing out there. Okay, in there. So I spotted these three, and then up ahead in the road there are another bunch of them. It's like a bit of magical kingdom, this is. So today's brought me from the pub I stayed in last night, the Plough-in, in the New Forest, and I'm down at Milford-on-Sea today. I've got a microphone, so I'm hoping that the very windy noise is a bit muted. Anyway, look at that sea, absolutely wild. And then this is Milford-on-Sea. Never heard of it before. I would imagine it's really nice in the sun, but it's wild today. Sorry, I've come out in the wind again. Gone back in a little bit of shade now. So it's a shingle beach. I don't know about you, but I don't like shingle beaches. No, I much prefer sandy beaches, and I much prefer sunny sandy beaches. However, this is what we've got today. Is that the Needles out there? I know there's a place called Hurst Castle somewhere near here, but I'm not sure where. So yeah, this is Milford-on-Sea. A ton of birds on here. This is the field that we've just been in, and this is the caravan and camping club site that we're at tonight, and for 2 nights. So it was a self-check-in. There was a placard on my site with my name, which was very handy. Just open this gate. Come on then. Come on. Through. I always like it when there's a gate on the site I'm staying at. A couple of stables there that are presumably for the horses that are at the stables. And then I saw some pygmy goats over here. Pygmy goats. I think they are. Cute little house they've got. Looks like it's the arena for the horses. This is the stable, the block for camping amenities. Fresh water. They've got some extension leads there for people that are over on this side of the field. And then that's Poppy, obviously. Toilets and shower. Bins. and the all-important chemical toilet disposal. I don't know about up north, but down here, no, I have seen loads of blackberries up north, but down here there seem to be tons of them all along the south coast, wherever I've been. Tons of blackberries, so I've picked them. That's the electric bike, and that's us home again.